For the last 45 years, the Lord's Place has been dedicated to breaking the cycle of homelessness in Palm Beach County, and we do that by providing innovative, effective, and compassionate services to both men, women, and children. We are committed to making certain that every single person has a place to call home. At the Lord's Place, I think our secret sauce is the fact that a majority of our staff are lived experience staff people, which means they've already felt the sorrow and the unhappiness of homelessness. They've lived out on the streets. And so when you have lived experience and then you're able to leave that cycle and break that cycle and then be able to come in and provide the services to those experiencing it, it's just a whole different ball game. Cafe Joshua has been the heartbeat of the Lord's Place for over 40 years. It has been an important piece of what we do. Two important factors of Cafe Joshua. Of course, one is that we get to feed people, right? We are big believers that in order to begin the conversation to end one's homelessness, you can't do that if they're hungry. And so we use food as an engagement tool, and that's what Cafe Joshua is all about. But it's also the place for job training and placement, right? It's a place where we have apprenticeship programs where people can come and be trained on how to be employees in the culinary world.
I was incarcerated a couple of times for different and various crimes or whatever, and I didn't have any direction to where I was going. So I heard from the Lord's Place from my cousin Whitney. She actually worked for the Lord's Place. She sent me a letter and asked me if I wanted the opportunity to work there. When I was there, I developed people skills. I developed, culinary skills, as in cooking all kind of pastas and fish and chicken and things like that.
So our family campus is probably one of the most little magical places, I think, in Palm Beach County in so many ways. We are honored every night to be able to serve 108 people here. And any given day, we can have upwards to 60 children that call this, quote, home, even if it's temporary, and that's what we want it to be. So at the family campus, we will be working with moms and dads as they start to think about what their next part of their journey is going to be to end homelessness.
I was familiar with the Lord's Place because I referred 3 other people to the Lord's Place, and then didn't think that I would be in this situation. We were sleeping at a park for about 9 days, and then Miss Brianna, she called me back from the Lord's Place, and we got in contact, and she let me do what are the requirements and what to do, and then we just started doing the process together. It's the best decision I made. Me and my kids, we were so happy and so glad when I had told them that we have our place now on spot. It's just the best feeling knowing that you have someone by your side and you don't have that same support from your family you thought you would have. And that's why I say it feels so good, because I wouldn't know where me and my kids would be without the Lord's Place.
Over and over again, I continue to hear what would happen if the Lord's Place wasn't here, from job training to having housing. And my response is always the same. They would be walking the streets, right? There'd be no hope. There would be no opportunity for a new tomorrow. And so that's what our job is, right? We just continue to give people hope and have them believe in themselves.
I think it's important to have agencies like this because there's some people that have no direction and their parents don't show them or guide them and teach them. And some people's parents are out of their lives early. So they need a place like this to learn from and to grow.
At the end of the day, the Town of Palm Beach United Way, when we think of a true partner, it has always been you guys. When we have crazy ideas that we want to try something new, you're there with us. When we know that we just need to maintain our programs, you're there with us. So without your support, there's no way we could do the work that we do here at the Lord's Place.